Hey friends, happy Saturday. It's a little bit gloomy today. The sun looks like it's trying to peek out. It's trying to make an appearance. It's warm though. It's very warm today. Right now it is currently 72 degrees and rainy, off and on rain. But it's a beautiful day nonetheless because we know the sun is up there somewhere, right? Shining down on somebody today. So let's get into this today. Let's get into my topic today. You know, I feel like this month especially has been revolving all around me being a sexagenarian queen, being 60 and what that means and looks like to me. So grab a snack and come on back and let's get into it on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday. May 17th, 2025, and it's the birthday of our beautiful Dalai Lama, Nancy at Crohn's Intuition. Love you, Nancy. Happy birthday, darling. Hope you're having the most fabulous, fabulous birthday. So now, let's get into the video. So, my beautiful friend, I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day. My name is Alexis. If you're new here, this is the most incomparable Yappy. My cohort here. Oh, you can't really see Yappy. My cup is in the way. My cohort and my support chihuahua here on this channel. And you know, I always say you'll never see me without Yappy, but a few times you see me without Yappy, right? But then that's when Ma'am steps in and does her thing. So, but let's get back to the video today. You know, today's message is straight from my heart, as all of my messages are. And you know, I've got my notes. I always got to make notes so I can come on here and say what I need to say. You know, I used to think that there's a fly in here. It's driving me crazy. I used to think that turning 60 meant you got to slow down. Especially when I was younger, right? When I was a kid, I mean, 60 was old and ancient by that time, right? I could not even imagine turning 60, right? Until I saw my mommy do it. And she was fly as ever, stopping traffic, still working, doing her thing at 60. And I'm like, oh yeah, 60 is not the end. It's definitely not the end, right? So my mother turned 60 when I was 27. Just like I turned 60 when Zoe was 27. So, you know, it's like, yes. Well, actually, yeah, I was already 60 when Zoe turned 27 because I was 33 when I had her, just like my mom, right? So it's just a little reverse of when our birthdays are. So I'm like, gee, at 27, I couldn't even imagine this, right? At 27, you know, Lexi, who was not Lexi at that time, Lex, was partying, doing my thing, going to the clubs, drinking every night, hanging out with my friends, getting home at 4 a.m., taking a shower, taking me a little cat nap, and then getting up at 7 a.m., putting my clothes on and going back to work and starting my day all over again. That was Lexi in the 20s. You know, that was me in the 20s. I was living it life. I was just a ball of fire and energy. And I couldn't even imagine like 60, you know. But what I've learned is that turning 60 is just the beginning, right? It's just the beginning, just the beginning. I walked into this new decade of 60, carrying the loss of my beautiful mommy, carrying the extra weight that had been bogging me down, and carrying doubts, right? That, I don't know, you know, what's going to go on for me? Where am I going? I'm not losing the weight. I gained all my weight back that I lost and blah, blah, blah. But then, you know, I'm like, I stopped, you know, something shifted in me and I stopped trying to fit into everybody else's freaking box for me, everybody else's expectation for what Alexis or Lexi you're supposed to be, right? I stopped fitting into that box and those expectations. And I got quiet and I got focused. And I got free. I freed the chains, all the chains, you know, I just unbound the chains. I freed myself from the doubt and me being overweight and the grief that I had every day, all day, crying all day over my mom. I had to free myself because I knew that 60 wasn't an ending. It was a rebirth for me, a definite rebirth for me. And after losing, like to this day, 119 pounds, and not just on the scale, but emotionally, right? Because that's a big release. Emotionally, I lost all that negative baggage that was hanging on me. I shed the grief. I went to that beautiful moon magic back in March. I think it was in March. It might have been before March with Ange and Elizabeth. And if you haven't watched Ramon's show that he has, I think it's In Orbit. That title may not be right, but he had Elizabeth on last night, on Friday night, on May 16th, his episode with Elizabeth. And it was really beautiful, you know, and he was pushing her. He's pushing those buttons like, when are you going to do this again? Because this show, we need this moon magic, right? But the moon magic was all about releasing the things that do not serve you and starting with new intentions of the things that do. Right? And that night, I mean, I bawled my eyes out, Ange and I both. And I just had the most amazing release of that grief and that guilt that I was carrying with me over the loss of my mother. And that just changed everything for me. And that's a part of this journey, a part of this 60 is just the beginning journey for me, right? That changed everything for me that night. And when I released that guilt, then I remembered who I was. Like, I'm Alexis Chantel Milner, baby. I am the sexagenarian queen. I am that Leo strength, that Leo sunshine, that Leo fire, that Leo magnetism. And I remembered that when I released all that bullshit, all that what was weighing me down. And it's like, it's time for a new beginning, baby. Yes. You know, so basically what I learned was that you don't need to shrink yourself at all to be loved, right? I mean, I am shrinking myself, right? I am really literally shrinking myself, but you don't have to shrink who you are to be loved because everybody loves you. And you love you, right? I love me some me, like I always say here, and I love you all. And you all love me and have embraced me so deeply and heavily here. So deeply and heavily here. And I know that we're allowed to change. At any age, we are allowed to change. And especially us beautiful, beautiful, divine feminine females, we are allowed to change. That's what it's all about. Reinventing ourselves, changing, doing things bigger, better, bolder to get us to where we want to be. You know, to get us to where we want to be. And having that peace about us. Peace is more than, you know, it's more important than proving a point. Because I did get silent, but it was more important than proving a point, right? And confidence, it comes when you stop apologizing for existing. Stop apologizing. Stop explaining. Stop doing all of that shit. Stop it. Right? Stop it. Life doesn't get smaller after 60. I know that. And I know it doesn't get smaller after 30, after 40, after 50, after 70. Ask Nancy. Right? Nancy is living her best life. And at 78 years young, you don't shrink. When you get older, you get better, you get wiser, the knowledge that you have. And you just get more beautiful as time goes on. We just get more beautiful and better. And, you know, when you stop at apologizing for existing, you realize that you begin to see what really matters. You begin to see what really matters in your life and what never did. It really didn't matter so much about my weight. It didn't matter about certain things. It only to me, and I let those things weigh me down and put me back. But not anymore. Not anymore. You know, right? I've come on this platform here reclaiming my joy and my purpose. Reclaiming my joy and my purpose. And I made new friendships here. The best friend of my life here. I started sharing my voice here on YouTube, and you all started receiving that. Yes, and telling me, yes, Lexi, this is a good conversation. This is what we needed to hear. This is what I need to practice. This is what I need to do. Thank you for sharing this. Yes, it's all because of you all. You know, I'm so grateful to you for letting me come here on January 5th, 2025. I'm like, you know what? I'm 60 and I'm shedding the pounds and I'm just living my best fucking life. And I'm going to do that on this platform. I'm going to show people here that, because I wasn't seeing that for myself here. There are a lot of people my age and older on this platform, but at that time I wasn't seeing those people. So I had to do this channel for myself to show people what it's like turning 60 and just doing the damn thing, doing it. I found deeper connection here with my own spirit. I found deeper connection, knowing that I'm making a difference here, making a difference. And when I ask Divine Spirit, you know, every day, you know, every day I say to Divine Spirit, and I'm going to go to this and I say, I want to be able, Divine Spirit, to be my best, do my best, serve my best so that I can live my best fucking life. I ask Divine Spirit this every day, every day. Let me live my best life, do my best, serve my best, because I'm here to serve you, to get the knowledge and the wisdom out that I've learned, right? And to get it out to you all here. So some of you don't have to make the same mistakes that I've made and go and trip over yourselves and do the same thing. You could just move forward because you're like, well, Lexi did that already. And this is working for her and that didn't work for her. Let's try it. Let's try this thing. 60 is not a deadline. It's a doorway. Let me say that again. 60 is not a deadline. It's a doorway. It's a doorway to the future, to bigger and brighter and better things, bolder things, right? If you ever felt like time was running out, listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. You're not too late. It is never too late. You're right on time. You're right on time. Today is the day. Yesterday is gone. Last year is gone. 10 years ago is gone. 11 years ago is gone. Today is the day, right? To move forward with your best self and live your best fucking life. Live it, beloved. Live it. Because I'm living mine. I'm so happy here. You know, I mentioned a bunch of people yesterday, and I hope nobody takes offense. I didn't mention everybody because we'd be here for days. All right? But the people on this platform who have come in and just coming like a wrecking ball, like I say, right? Miley Cyrus says, you came in like a wrecking ball. Yes. My bestie came in like a wrecking ball. Fucking threw me for a loop. Nancy came in like a wrecking ball. That first day she saw me, she was the first one on this platform to say, I want to get to know you. I like what you have to say. You're doing something that nobody else is doing here. And just embraced me and embraced Zoe so much, which is my daughter at Tego. You'll see her tag down below in the description. But Nancy embraced us. which led to Ange and I becoming the bestest of friends, which led to Selena becoming my soul sister. And then before even Nancy, there was Sally. And, you know, then after that, I mean, the people that I've met here, the beautiful Hilda, Warrior Aunties, Nova Scotia's, Indian Stories, and she has a new thing now, and I don't know that by heart, but it's still Nova Scotia. My baby sister Hilda. Somebody said to me the other day, why do you always call Hilda your baby sister? And I'm like, because she's younger than me. She's 2 years younger than me, baby, so she is my baby sister. She likes it when I call her that anyway. But it's a term of endearment. Just like baby girl, you know, hey sis, hey baby sis, baby girl. It doesn't matter if she's older than me or not. You know, Nancy is my baby girl and everything, and Nancy's older than me. That doesn't matter. I just love it. It's a term of endearment, right? But I just want you to know that it's never too late. Never too late. And you're right on time. You are right on time for what you want to do, what you want to be, who you want to be, what you want to discover, what you want to learn. You are right on time because I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and I'm living proof that at almost 61 years old, in less than 3 months, I will be 61 years old. Life doesn't end. It doesn't. It just gets better, baby. It just gets better, baby. So on that note, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for just being here and embracing me, embracing my child, embracing Yappy, embracing Ma'am, just loving on us the way you love on us. And, you know, to my beautiful friend Nancy, have the most amazing, happy birthday, Nancy. Love you so much. I hope you know that I do. And I'm wishing you nothing but the best for the next 78 years. Yes, yes. And to my beautiful bestie, I love you. I know we'll be talking soon. And I thank you for coming into my life. I thank you for your support always. I love you all so much. And I hope that this day, you know, is bright for you today, that you can see the future today. But just remember that you're right on time and you're not too late. It's never too late. So, Yappy and Lexi out, out, out. Deuces. And as always, love you plenty.